My name is Rose Reveley. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and I'm here today talking about the November new moon. So all new moon times represent a time to start over. It's like we get a clean slate, a fresh page. We get to begin again. Where the new moon is in your chart, every month from new moon to new moon says where there's going to be the most activity or the most amount of change in your life. So November's new moon is in the sign of Libra. And the sun and the moon come together during this time, or they're what astrologers call conjunct. And the sun and the moon represent our consciousness. Now, the new moon in the sign of Libra will be focused on relationships and communication. And so we also have Mercury and Mars traveling with the sun and the moon during this time. And so this brings a lot of energy to the sign of Libra. One of the symbols for Libra is the Lady of Justice that's holding the scales in her hands. And so it looks like she's measuring something. She's weighing the matters. And so that's what the sign of Libra is concerned with, balancing, harmony, justice, what is equality. These are the areas that Libra is concerned with. Now, Libra is the seventh sign of the natural zodiac, and the seventh sign indicates our partners, our mates, our spouses. The seventh house is also represents business partnerships. So this will be a time for all of us to pay close attention to our relationships. Libra is ruled by the planet Venus, and Venus represents love, beauty, abundance, happiness, refinement, and the areas that what we feel comfortable with and doing. So it's also a planet of joy. The energies of this new moon will be working in a way to show us what is out of balance, what needs to be brought into balance. And so Venus plays a very important part in this because Venus is the planet of love, and it is also where we seek pleasure. Where Venus is located in your chart will say more about the things that you like to do, what you find pleasure in doing. And of course, it's about happiness and comforts. Now, traveling with this new moon is the sun. And the sun is what's called debilitated or weakened in the sign of Libra. It cannot operate at its highest and best function. It's not as self-directed. It's not as confident here in a debilitation state. So what it does is it gives us challenges around our life purpose. The sun represents our heart and what we love to do and what we feel passionate about doing, which is all connected to our life purpose. So we just don't feel as if we're as focused during this time. When the sun is strong, we feel very confident. We want to step out. We feel bold. We feel adventurous, and we're ready to move ahead. We have more clarity on our life purpose. The sun also represents leadership and our ability to discern, to know inside of us the right way to go, the right thing to do. The sun is also connected to the heart, and on a medical level, this can indicate if the sun is in Libra in your natal chart, this can also point you to maybe some health issues you might need to pay attention to. Now, joining the sun and the moon is Mars and Mercury. Mars is currently combust, and combust just means that it's operating again without its strength. It's a little bit out of order with Mars being combust. It's so close to the sun, its energy is really burnt up. So Mars energy is not operating in its usual active. Mars is all about action, taking action, being decisive, moving ahead. And so it slows down this energy. So if you felt not motivated to move ahead, This is due to Mars, because Mars is the planet of action and energy. So it slows down our decision-making abilities, but that is not necessarily a negative at all, because Mars can sometimes get in a hurry, and with Mercury, there can be misunderstandings. This happens a lot with Mars and Mercury in communications, and we have to remember that Libra is an air sign. And so this is all about communicating our hopes, our wishes, our desires, and our life purpose, and communicating it in a way that is effective and moves us forward. So again, we're bringing relationships into balance. So before we can bring them into balance, we have to see what is out of balance, right? So Mercury travels close to Mars, and these two planets, as I mentioned, are not friends. And so it makes them want to argue, to have a disagreement. So the emphasis here is, again, communication. So are we speaking the truth when we communicate, or being honest about our feelings and our emotions? See, all of this is part of this transit, which deals with our value system, our values. Are we listening to others, taking the time to listen to someone else's point of view? Are we speaking the truth when we communicate? And really, in relationship, the one of the themes is, are we feeling valued in our relationship? If we're out of alignment with that, if one partner is working harder than the other, even in a business relationship, this transit will help you to bring it all into a place of where you can communicate about it and be honest about your feelings, and then move ahead. So be sure to remember to give your partner time to explain their point of view before coming to conclusions. Again, the emphasis is always Mercury is a communicating planet. It's in a sign, Libra, the air sign. It wants to communicate, but Mars will sometimes interfere with that in some way, because these two planets, again, are not exactly friends. Mars does represent our passion, Venus, our desire, and these passion and love, passion, all are at the core of relationship. So even though Mars and Venus operate very differently, and their energies are very much a part of our lives every day, but they are the celestial lovers of the zodiac, and that's one of the things that we have to remember. And Mars will be out of combust around the end of November, so the first part of November might be a little challenging. But this will help when Mars moves the end of the month. It's going to help move everything forward, because remember, Mars is the planet that takes the action, does the action. In the meantime, expressing our feelings and intimacy, emotions are all part of this transit, and having compassion for others. You know, I always like to think about if the planets could talk, because I think they would tell us so much more than we know, than we understand. Even as astrologers who study astrology all the time, there's so much that is hidden that we really don't understand. But ultimately, we're looking to bring these energies into balance. We're looking for more harmonious relationships, and to have a clearer vision for our life purpose, for moving forward with our life purpose. Now, the sun will move into Scorpio on November 16th, and this will empower the sign of Scorpio, but it empowers all signs, really, because the sun will be moving into an area where it's strong in the sign of Scorpio, and this is good for everyone. If you're Scorpio ascendant, it's really good for your health and your immune system. If you're a Libra ascendant, this time is really powerful for you, because you have 4 planets, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Mars, all in the sign of Libra. So this empowers you on a physical level as well. Libra is a very social sign, so it's a good time now for everyone to be out and about. to enjoy their friends, to be socializing. Venus represents the arts and theater and shopping and having enjoyment, and also spending time with family and people that you care about. So this is a really highly creative time for everyone. New ideas, we'll see new ideas come out of this transit. Libra is connected to politics, and so we'll see changes. We've already seen changes there, but we will continue to see changes in this area as it has to do with new ideas, new visions. Now, on a collective level, we are all working in some way, and this, of course, starts internally with our emotions, our thoughts, our feelings, to bring more harmony and balance into our lives. So again, this new moon time is a great time to go out and socialize, entertain, go to the movies, go to the theater, go to the museum, and go out to dinner and spend time with your loved ones. Venus, the goddess, Venus, the planet of love, beauty, desire, great abundance, would want us to enjoy this time. Okay? Thanks so much for listening, and remember to stay in the light.